Welcome everybody to a collective reading. If you're new here, my name is Kat. I'm a longtime astral traveler and spirit consultant. Welcome. If you're returning, thank you so much and I love you. I hope everybody had a really excellent holiday, however it is that you practice that or observe it. Personally, I'm a big fan of winter solstice, and I like to light the fires and observe the fires all night and set up and make my little offerings for the sun to return. But I also do kind of like standard Western Christmas type stuff, so. But I sort of like doing solstice because it gives me an opportunity to just take a step back from the hustle and bustle of the busy, like kind of what Christmas has turned into, and gives me an opportunity to sit with the darkness, admire, winter, and it's a time for sort of being still and going within. It gives me an opportunity to sort of just assess everything that's transpired over the year, everything that grew and came out of this last year, everything that has fallen away in the year, and I don't know, cultivate kind of like a sense of excitement for the new year, which is coming up. So hopefully everybody had a good holiday and everybody had an opportunity to enjoy at least a little bit of peace and quiet and solitude and reflection during what's become a very, very busy holiday. Let's get some base energy starting off here. See what we've got going on, please, my friends. We have Mental Repetition number 28 card coming up. Interesting. Let's get some more energy with it and see what direction this is going in. We've got Get Clear, number 41. And so it feels like we've got some pouring over of something in our mind in order to gain some kind of clarity. And Sincere Relationships, number 29. It feels like, well, plainly I'm not the only one that's been spending some time going within, recapping some things and going over some stuff with this energy that's coming out in this spread. It looks like perhaps we've been reevaluating or reassessing some things. I'm going to get you some tarot on top of it. If there is something that consistently keeps coming up in your mind, popping up in your mind, whether it's an old story that we keep replaying for ourselves, or a rumination, or something we can't let go of, it's oftentimes a like a trigger or a little signpost that tells us that there's something about this that needs to be looked into, cleared up. There's some clarity developing around that. Oftentimes the things that keep popping up into our mind, sometimes they can be a rumination pattern, but every time we have something that keeps repeating like that or coming back to us, it shows us that there's a place where there's something for us to clear up or become more clear about. It can act like a little roadmap pointing to a bit of energy that we need to clear up for ourselves. And coming up with this Sincere Relationship card, it could be that we're reevaluating some relationships here. 3 of Cups popping up with that. So it's a time of celebration, a time of good cheer. Certainly it has been that. Although it could be, I also get a sense of like, give me a second on it. There's something nagging about it. The 5 of Swords coming up with it. Yeah. I felt like there's something like And the Knight of Cups coming up with it as well. So yeah, the little nagging feeling I got with it came through more as a feeling of remembering a time of good cheer or wanting a return to a time of good cheer. It felt more like a reminiscing of a time of times of good cheer or times of celebration, times of getting together with other people. Um, and it's coming up on this mental repetition card, right? And so it feels like remembering a time of better cheer or better fun, wanting a return to a time of more fun, more cheer. Coming up with the Five of Swords here, so it feels like the Five of Swords is a card of victory, but it's almost kind of like a victory at all costs. And I wonder if somebody has felt more like they've been more in battle mode or survival mode of a striving sort of feeling is what I get with it, is that there's really been more of a focus on striving, fighting, victory, getting our swords in order here to facilitate some sort of victory. The Knight of Cups. One more on this, please, my friends. Can you tell me about that Knight of Cups? So the Knight of Cups may have been what we're fighting for. Yeah, we've got the Tower in reverse coming up with it. So this feels like we may have been struggling against or fighting for like the avoidance of a tower moment, something that we didn't want to see come down or fall apart. And this has all been in our mental ruminations here. So wanting joy and victory, wanting a celebration, kind of being in battle mode, wanting to be offering this cup of emotion, or wanting somebody to be offering this cup of love or cup of emotion, coming in with the Knight of Cups here. Wanting to be a hero of love in order to reverse or to undo a tower moment. So it felt like something was falling apart or something needed to come down and fall apart. We were really resisting this over here with the energy. What else can you tell me about it, please? What do we need to get clear about? We've got the Magician coming up on this Get Clear card. So there's definitely an energy of, creation happening and manifestation. Yeah, also coming up with the Two of Cups. So we have the Magician coming in, who's the master of all of the suits. And the Magician is working to come up with the right combination of all of these elements in order to bring something down to earth, bring it to life, to manifest something. Coming up with the Two of Cups, which is usually it can be an opposites attract situation. It can be a perfect fit, something that feels satisfying and fulfilling, well matched. Get clear. Yeah. It's sort of giving me the impression here that maybe we've spent this last year or this last amount of time, whatever it is for you, in a mental repetition or a mental cycle of wanting something and fighting for something and fighting to not have a tower moment, fighting to struggling to keep things together. Maybe longing for something the way it was in the past, or trying to keep things stable the way that they are. But with this get clear card, it feels like a message of like get clear about what it is we really want, what sparks that perfect match. Like, what is that Two of Cups feeling? And that's, I feel that can be a tough thing to really be clear and know. What else, please, for this one? What can you tell me? The Ace of Cups coming up with it. There absolutely is something here, hanging out in your vortex, hanging out that you've created, hanging out in your soul's journey that absolutely does resonate and overflows and feels fulfilling. It just may not have a name or a face for you at this time, if this is for you. Or maybe the thing that we thought that we were over here fighting for, we thought that we wanted, maybe there's a different maybe this is actually, it manifests differently than maybe we were thinking that it did. And that's oftentimes the case when what we're looking for is a feeling of a perfect match, a feeling of fulfillment, a feeling of like, feels resonant for me. Sometimes we're really quick to want to put a face or a person or an occupation or a path on that feeling so we can feel like we have something actionable to be working towards. We're humans, we're physical beings, we want to be doing things. So sometimes we're really quick to put a name or a face or an action onto that feeling that we're searching for. But energy unfolds in a lot of different ways. And Spirit might have the 411 on something that really is a better match, that's creeping around there in your soul construct, that's waiting to unfold for you. But I love the energy in the center of this reading. Yeah. 7 of Pentacles coming up with that. They want you to be just a little bit patient with it. It feels like something that's bit with the 7 of Pentacles is a card of cultivating something, working on it, waiting for it to grow. And I'll zoom in on all these cards so you can see them. But the guy looks a little bored here, or a little tedious is the feeling that I'm getting off of it. Like maybe we've been feeling a little bit tedious with things, because things just aren't quite ripe. Those pentacles aren't ready to spill forth yet. They're not ready to be harvested. There's just a little bit of patience on this, though. What else? We've got the Fool card coming up on this Sincere Relationships card, number 29, which I love to see that. Especially, I love the Fool card, especially when we're creeping up on the new year here. It just feels, to me, it always feels like this energy of, yes, start over again and making New Year's resolutions. And I know it's kind of silly. You can really, every day can be every day can be New Year's. You can always create that New Year's feeling anytime you want. But for some reason, that New Year's is that time that it makes me feel at least super excited about doing that. And the Fool card is a great card to have come up on that, in that period of time, in that energy, on this Sincere Relationships card, because it really asks us to I'm getting like turn a blind eye, which is odd. But maybe it just wants you to turn like release expectations about whatever we thought it was that we were working towards over here, and open up our mind to the possibilities that it may be something else, something new, someone new, some new path or occupation, and to cultivate that sense of excitement, that New Year's excitement on the possibility that anything could happen. Yes, that feels good and right. Anything can happen. There's a limitless possibilities. Yeah, we've got the Five of Pentacles coming up on that sincere relationships card. And the Ten of Cups coming out on it as well. There's a lot of big swings and energy coming out on that with the Five of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. With sincere relationships. Plainly, we've been feeling a little bit, I'm hearing like lonely or ostracized. I don't know if that's in like a partner situation. It might be, but it's sort of giving like in general. Because these two people are also standing outside of a church, not realizing that they can walk in and get the help that they need on this card. I'll show it to you. Which is kind of interesting because as I was shuffling, I was thinking, I was having this contemplation about not feeling welcome at church, which is an odd thing to be contemplating, but it was just Christmas, and I've always wanted to actually go like see or participate in a midnight mass, like at a Catholic church, but I've always felt like, you know, that's weird. I'm not going to show up like, hi, I'm a weird witch and I'm not actually a Catholic. I just want to participate in the energy of community worship. That's a good way of putting it. So like, you know, a lot of my practices, and I think for a lot of us, a lot of our practices are quite solitary, you know, so there's this feeling of like wanting sincere relationships or wanting community. Yeah, Nine of Cups is on the bottom of the deck with that thought. That may resonate for some of you, especially over here too. We also have the Three of Cups, this wanting of celebration or communal celebration. So let's get one more on that. Could be a longing for a sense of belonging or a sense of community, sincere relationships. Yeah, with the King of Swords coming up. So the King of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So maybe we've got a sense here of feeling comfortable and stable and secure in our truth. Finding someone or somewhere, some sense of community where we can be in our authority, in our truth, our King of Swords energy. With the Ten of Cups energy, being able to share that with other people, comfortable and safe. Yeah. Spirit really wanting us to have an open mind and an open possibilities with this. Yeah. The top end energy says, Guardian Angel, you are not alone. So angels and guides are with us at this time, and they want you to know that you do have a community. 100%. It can feel, oh, I feel that so hard. It can feel very lonely here on the earth plane sometimes. But Spirit wanting to come through and let you know that you are never alone. You always have a community. They've got you. They are surrounding you. The Sun card coming in, enjoy success and happiness. Amazing. And I love having the Sun card come up. Like I said, in the middle of the winter, it was just solstice. The sun is returning now. And what else do we have coming up, please, my friends? And the eagle, see from a higher perspective. Excellent. Yeah, the eagle soars above situations and helps us observe things from a broader perspective, taking all things into consideration in maybe ways that we hadn't been taking it into consideration previously. It makes a lot of sense with this Get Clear card here about really finding what it is this Ace of Cups is for us and looking at situations. looking at situations from all angles so that we can really take this, all of these elements that the magician has and figure out how to alchemize them, how to use them in a way that produces the result that we want. There's a bigger purpose or a bigger meaning than just the personal meaning that we've been giving things, it feels like. Hopefully that makes sense and resonates for some people. Like a lot of the, especially if you watch a bunch of tarot readings, a lot of them are very like individual messages for personal success and for personal growth. But with this Eagle card coming in, this is very strong energy coming in on the top end, and it feels like there's a broader perspective message, a higher perspective message that Spirit is wanting to share at this time. Oh, geez, so much coming in. This is the Page of Cups coming in with the Five of Cups in reverse and the Nine of Swords. So yeah, this looks like your angels and guides. On this, you are not alone, this guardian angel card. This Page of Cups is what they're offering in the cup. The Page of Cups is like has a message. The pages are usually messengers, and he's holding this cup with a fish in it, and it's like they're offering you messages, your guardian angels right now. And this is about turning that Five of Cups upside down. The Five of Cups is like disappointment in things, like a sincere disappointment and worry. With the Nine of Swords is also worry. And the Nine of Swords is about ruminations and cycles. It's this number 28 card over here, mental repetition, something we've been playing out in our minds over and over again. But Spirit definitely has a message of support. How to flip that around on that Five of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Swords, a tactic or strategy, something we can do that we haven't quite thought of yet is what it's coming through like. Seven of Swords is sometimes lying, cheating, and stealing, but it's coming through right now on this spread in this particular instance with these cards. Like there is some way to think about it, some tactic, strategy, or something that we can do to take these swords and the Nine of Swords and use them in a better way here. Four of Cups. Four of Cups comes up blocking the sun. And the King of Cups. One more, please, guys. Let's get the rest of the message out. Interesting. It's the Ten of Wands in the upright and the Ten of Swords reversed. Double tens coming up together on this. On this Sun card, this success and happiness. It feels like, okay. Take it if it resonates, right? But it feels like something, the Four of Cups is like a sense of apathy or like boredom, disinterest. Something is not giving the way that we wanted it to with the Four of Cups, but there's this other cup in the background on the Four of Cups that is that cup that's being offered. It's the Ace of Cups that's being offered by Spirit, right? And it's coming up with the King of Cups here. So I don't know if there was somebody you had in mind that was a King of Cups to you or a King of Cups energy. The King of Cups is going to be an energy of emotional stability and balance. Somebody who has done their inner work, who is in touch with their emotional currents and stable and secure with that. And it's also sometimes very much a loving king, a loving energy. So something that with the Ten of Wands and the Ten of Swords coming up in reverse, it's like something is not quite as dead as you think it is. It's just nearly coming nearly complete. This very much feels like an energy of don't get bored with the hope for the feeling or the hope for the dream or the hope for the outcome in general. Like just because a certain situation seems like it's not working out the way that we wanted it to, or a specific Knight of Cups maybe that we were thinking of a specific thing, doesn't mean that we need to grow apathetic about the overall hope or the overall dream or the overall thing that we were wanting to manifest into our lives. Because the Ten of Wands is a card of very near completion, or very near, like the work is already done, the harvest is already in, and we're just returning home with the spoils of that. And with the Ten of Swords in reverse, something is not it's not dead, it's not closed off. The dream is still very much alive, so don't become apathetic over it just yet. It may just come in, that harvest may come in, or it may look like something different than you thought it was. And all these cards are on top of that Sun card that says enjoy success and happiness. It's a very encouraging message. Okay. Let's see what this Eagle card has to say over here. See from a higher perspective. What are we seeing? What are we stepping back on, please? We've got the Nine of Wands coming out on that. It's the Wounded Warrior card. And usually there's a lot of experience and wisdom that can be harvested from the Nine of Wands. The Nine of Wands has been to the wars and experienced a lot of different things, maybe tried a lot of different things, or gone in a lot of different directions. And he might feel weary and wounded in that card. But within that whole journey was the experience. Yes, the Emperor coming out with it was the experience needed. Something about the experience cultivates that Emperor energy. That full embodiment of the divine masculine, the Emperor is capable of standing in clarity and authority, but also the emotional balance, also the abundance, and also the passion. The Emperor is the culmination of all of the kings in the deck. So it's like having done the inner work, or having done what needed to be done to cultivate all aspects, all elements of that energy in order to stand firmly in that Emperor energy. And looking at that from a higher perspective. Sometimes all the things that we've been through in our life, on our journey, our soul's journey, even from previous lives, everything is culminating into something. Nothing is without purpose, like no lesson is without purpose. The Ace of Pentacles coming up with that 100%. It's culminating in the shining opportunity. The path to follow, the gates are opening. Yeah. Yeah, there's opening gates on this card too. I get I heard achievement unlocked, or it's like a new path, you know, like in a video game when like a whole new section of the map lights up. That's the vibe that I just got off of it. The Devil card coming out with it. Page of Wands. That feels like, this might sound a little strange, because usually the Devil card is a like a temptation or a toxic trait or habit, something to be overcome or something to be. But I'm getting more this again. take it if it resonates, but this feels more like something to be harnessed or wielded. So again, I'm not suggesting like the wielding of something evil or whatever it is. Sadly, the devil, like that whole energy has a lot of connotations for people. So that's not the connotations that I'm meaning it in. There's something about passion, tenacity, in the underlying energy that has something to tell you or some light to shine on it for you with the Page of Wands here. So I feel like we could be, if we pull back and look at things from a broader perspective, there's something about like whatever our passion and drive, even perhaps the cycles or things that we've been striving to beat back about ourselves, there's something to be gained, a message to be gained in the harnessing of that. So this feels very much like an energy of like some shadow work, working with our inner demons in a way. Like, what is it that's in the darkness there that is a useful message to pull forward, pull out of it with this Page of Wands? Like, what wand can we pull out of that knowing of ourselves, knowing our shadow work? Perhaps something we've been avoiding or looking at like it's a bad thing. And maybe the indulgence of it would be a bad or a not bad, but a an unhelpful tendency. But there's something useful to be harnessed and gained out of that knowing. This is, hang on. Let's get I'm sorry, I just grabbed that. This is really fast. This is just a deck of cards I wrote myself. I just put words on and wrote myself. So let's see if we can get a little bit more clear information on that message really fast. Imagine coming out. The directions in which our imagination goes in. How are we using our imagination? And perspective. Yeah, something about taking a different perspective about the things that we've been cultivating in our imagination. Imagination is a super powerful energy field. Everything that is brought to earth in manifestational format is first cultivated and curated and formed in energy format, and our imagination is our sort of our pathway into working with those energies on a more intentional level. So what perspective can be gained out of something that's been going on in our imagination, the things that we're imagining? That's fascinating, friends. Yes. Excellent. I love when they tell me that. So that's for me, I was thinking something for myself right now, but it's a good indicator for you at this time. If you were listening to this and thinking, I wonder if it has to do with this, that, or the other thing. I wonder if I should do this or that with it. The answer is yes for you in that moment. Personally, I was thinking I should do some journaling on what it is about what I imagine. Sometimes imagination works so fast and so beneath the surface that it's like imaginings come and go, and you didn't even really realize that that was what was going on. So shedding some light on it a little bit. blessings coming in. There is a blessing to be gained by this for sure. Summer coming out, so that may be a time frame for some people. It may also be a name or a birthday time for people. And home that wants to fall on the floor. It can stay there. It's at home. Summer home. If you are getting a summer home, that is surely a blessing. Let me tell you. Let's just get a couple more to see. Libra energy. So maybe you're a Libra or you have Libra placements. I have a ton of Libra placements personally. Libra is also about balance. Yeah. Air. Oh my gosh, yeah. Thank you, my friends. Yeah, Libra is definitely an air sign. And this is coming up with meditate and self-care. Thank you, my friends. Hopefully there was some synchronicities and some stuff in there for you. All right. One more fell out. It says chill out. It's a good time to chill out a little bit. It's winter. It's a good time to meditate, chill out, and gain some perspective on stuff. But it looks like there is a whole lot of energy cultivated towards like a manifestation. And Spirit is really urging us to have some Fool energy, open up our mind about what things can come to fulfill that energy. Because there's a whole new pathway opening up. Achievement unlocked. Let's get a closing message, please, my friends. Not that one. Okay. If you say so. I just work here. Who or what has made you believe that for some reason or another you don't have what it takes to follow your dream? 100%. Thank you so much. Thank you, my friends. Thanks for the energy and thanks for working with us. We appreciate you so much always. Thank you guys for being here. I appreciate you so much always. Like, subscribe, drop me a comment. Let me know how it resonates for you. Hope you have a great holiday and a happy new year, and we will see you guys later.